news, politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty.
Good morning, Bellows Falls and Rockingham. It's The Feed with Mike and Marty, and today we have Charlie Jarras with us. A veteran, a pioneer of television here in the Rockingham area, and you were a Fact TV founder, weren't you?
Well, I actually wasn't a founder, but I came aboard when Suzanne became the director of the TV station at the high school.
Oh.
That's when I first came involved. In fact, she came to a chamber meeting, and we're going to be talking about the Chamber of Commerce.
Good.
She came to a chamber meeting to introduce herself at about Fact TV, and that's when I said, well, geez, maybe I can get involved in that also.
Right. Because wasn't you and Marconi were together for a while, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I thought so.
And that was when that was before the studio came here, right?
Right.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
So were you instrumental in getting the studio here?
We're
a little off topic.
I don't
it's
know,
all
but
good.
I don't
you
really
were.
remember.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, I'm sure I was. I thought it was a great idea, although I was sort of disappointed that it left the high school because I thought the potential of kids learning TV was great, but that never really came to be anyway.
It seemed like it was part of the gym.
But it's worked out really well. I mean, the people of this facility here have been wonderful, I guess, right? I mean,
I would say so.
When I was involved, even
I would
here,
say the managers have been really good. I mean,
Shameless,
outstanding.
shameless self-promotion.
but we digress
Which is what
yet
we're good
more.
at. Which we're good at.
Local events, Marty.
Local events. Grease is the word. Just saying. Tonight at the Opera House, classic movie night is Grease, sponsored by Edward Jones and Bill Stevens. Next week it's Little Women, which is a classic too. Yeah, sponsored by the Village Square Booksellers and Pat Fowler.
Great.
If people are looking for some music this weekend, Intercept is down at the Eagles Club for their 3rd annual pig roast. And the theme on the posters, and I didn't get a chance to grab the poster quick enough to have him put it up, but if you can find the poster on Facebook, it's hysterical. It's I Ham a Rock Star. It's a pig rocker that looks suspiciously like Floyd.
Where is the Eagle Club?
Eagles Club is in Brattleboro. 2 p.m. they start. And then a huge shout out to everybody that showed up and participated in the Make BF Beautiful project last night. They did mulching and weeding.
They sure did.
And it looks really good.
Really, it's surprising. It looks great.
It is surprising what little they're doing. Very little tasks, but all those little tasks are adding up to really nice and nice community spirit too.
It surely is, and I think it's making hopefully other people wanting to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems to be growing a little bit every week, and it's sort of a nice social event too, as I understand it.
You weren't allowed to go. Mike wasn't allowed.
Anyway, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk with Charlie about an upcoming event in October that's actually a repeat of something that happened in 2019 that was really an amazing event. And unfortunately, COVID sort of squashed the 2020, but it's coming back, and it has great potential for Bellows Falls and the community.
Yeah, the Southern Vermont Flannel Festival, which is going to be October 16th and 17th, for 2 days actually, which is a Saturday and a Sunday. They're going to be only, I think it's from 12 to 5, it says, 11 to 5. Oh, great. 11 to 5 on both days, I guess. Yeah, on both days. And as you were saying about 2019, it was really a surprise on how well it went.
Yeah.
The numbers I was surprised because I didn't really know the numbers, but Kathleen, who's the president of the Chamber of Commerce, said that just the people that came and I guess paid, and it's very inexpensive, by the way. It's $6 to get in, and if you wear flannel,
It's only $5.
you get $1 off, and so it's $5. And hopefully we'll show you the entertainment that's going to be there, and there's all kinds of activities, especially for locals as well as tourists that may be coming by during foliage.
And we have a clip that we took in 2019 that we could show that, and then we can come back into talk about what we see in the clip, because it was a lot of fun that day.
Weather was perfect.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay.
let's roll a clip and see where we are.
Let's hear
Put
it.
kettle on, James Old Din Horn. Potty put kettle on, low FG. There you go.
Today we got for BS Smoking Sauces and Barbecue, we have pulled pork, beef brisket, and bacon wrapped pickles. We're out of Hinsdale, New Hampshire. Everything's all wood fired smoked for 12 to 16 hours on the smoker. And we're here today at the Flannel Fest.
What you eating there, Mike?
Oh, this is a bacon wrapped pickle, barbecued bacon wrapped pickle with sweet maple barbecue sauce on it, made locally, local syrup. This is amazing. This is here we are at the Flannel Festival. Fantastic day. Beautiful people out here. Beautiful people. We got Josh here. We got these people here. It's a fantastic day, and here we have a bacon wrapped pickle. Delicious. Oh, great. Thank you.
Now swing 'em all, swing tall, swing that gal from work. So now take it to the back and promenade all, pull that calico from. I'll put kettle on my blow din horn. I'll put kettle on low FG.
We're here at the Flannel Festival because Charlie, who owns this property, he and I have been best friends for about 55 years. So I visit him periodically, and he invited us up this weekend. We're staying with him, and we're pleasantly surprised by the beautiful day and great turnout. Great turnout. It's lovely, really wonderful.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charlie Jarras. This is Rockingham Farm, my farm, and I was so happy to be able to share this with all you folks. And I want to ask a question. Do you think we should do this again next year? All right. We're going to have a raffle now. I just want to say one little thing. This farm is about 200 years old, in the same family for 7 generations. In fact, many of them are, most of them, all of them, are buried up at the Rockingham Meeting House. If you ever have a chance, if you've never visited the Rockingham Meeting House, you should. I mean, it's a wonderful structure as well as a wonderful cemetery. So hopefully you'll do that. And if you're not from around here and you come next year, make that one of your things to do, for sure.
Team and a heavy load to crack my whip and lead her strong. Said, hey, to the wagon tongue, turkey in a straw, turkey in hay, roll them up, twist them up, we'll tuck a hole, we'll play 'em out of tune called turkey in a straw.
there it is. That was 2019.
And that was great. And that was you doing, filming that. And I see you had an important part in it also.
Yes. I think cameo.
Yeah,
yes. Eating pickles,
That's
which is one of my favorite things.
So it really shows the farm and, how beautiful it is just 10 minutes from Bellows Falls.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, over the years, more and more people, but it's still, most people don't even know it exists. And as well as the Rockingham Meeting House, they don't even know that exists.
Yeah.
And that's why promoting this stuff, especially in the old town of Rockingham, is fun for me. Plus, I'll obviously have a business up there in the summer months, and it works out quite well.
Yeah, it's like the perfect setting too. I mean, there's parking. It's a way. You're not going to get in a traffic jam coming or going because it's right off 103. There's parking. You park and then you go and there's fields and there's places to sit and there's food and there's barns.
And it's outside. I mean, with the virus, I think people can feel very safe out there. As you can see, there is a big barn that some activities are going on. But most people, especially on that particular weekend, the weather was beautiful.
Yeah,
and
it really
most
was.
people are outside, obviously. And there's all kinds of entertainment up there, as you could see. As Mike, you said, the Springfield Stringers, which was actually a different feel from the actual stage part.
There were two performances.
And this year, we're going to have on Saturday, Debbie and the Downers. I have seen Debbie and the Downers a number of times, and they're really good. And also the Breakmaids. Now, I've never seen the Breakmaids, but I'm looking forward to them.
I think I've seen the Breakmaids.
They've been around they played when
Roots.
When Roots of the River
Yes.
was here, they played the Roots of the River.
I didn't know that.
And
Okay.
then they play. I've seen them play a few other times down at the Waypoint Center, and I think they're playing out at the Country Girl Diner maybe this weekend.
Could be.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on Sunday, it's going to be Low Lily that were there 2 years ago in 2019, and also the Stockwell Brothers.
Yeah.
Many people know
Those
the
are big
Stockwell
names
Brothers.
for here.
In fact, they played in Chester about 2 or 3 weeks ago
Yeah.
at the Academy there also. And once again, especially if you're a local person, whether or not you live in Walpole or Charlestown or wherever Fact TV gets to, and plus we're
Everywhere.
We're on Facebook too,
we're
right?
on Facebook. We're on YouTube.
And it's great. It's great for kids because there's activities for kids. Plus, you've got tons of land, acres of land for the kids to run and play on.
Yeah.
And that hill just to roll down. And it's only $6. And for kids 12 and under, it's free. By the way,
Nice.
12 and under,
Yeah,
it's free,
yeah.
which I think will mean something. If you wear flannel shirt or flannel headband or even wristbands, okay? If you got flannel on, it's $1 off. So you should do it.
Yeah. It's a great idea. I mean, and then you're also looking for vendors, right? I mean, it's not we're not just encouraging people to come. You still have vendor slots open for vendors.
Well, once again, this is a fundraiser for the Great Falls Regional Chamber of Commerce. I believe in my heart that the Chamber of Commerce is sort of could be the heart of the community, bringing all organizations together, not necessarily under one roof, because I'm not saying that at all, but be able to sort of let people know what other organizations are doing, bringing them into the fold as a community. Because we need to work together as a community. I've been here for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And I see so many times that sometimes we do the same thing. One organization is doing the same thing as the other because
Yeah,
we
it's
don't
true.
know what the other ones are doing.
Everyone works in their own individual silo.
And I think the chamber could sort of be,
the connector.
Especially
the
for
connector.
businesses.
And the
Because,
clearinghouse. Yeah.
I think traditionally in America, that's the role of the chamber has been. If you were going, I can remember when we moved to different towns, you went to the Chamber of Commerce and you said, "Oh, what's going on here?" And that's where you learned that stuff. It was if you were a newcomer to town, you went to the chamber and they sort of said, "Well, here's the restaurants and here's this.
Absolutely.
You need a lawyer here, go there, and so that sort of."
But it's just like any other organization, that it needs dollars to be able to hire people, especially the full-time people and possibly part-time. It needs volunteers. Now, right now, the chamber is open part-time.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is part-time. And in the summer months, it should be open full-time.
Yeah.
And on the weekends, it should definitely be open. So that's going to take dollars. So this is a fundraiser for the Chamber of Commerce, and it can be a really big fundraiser, and it was 2 years ago, all for only 5 hours. And we're going to be doing it for like 10 hours this coming year. And it could be a great fundraiser, and that could bring in the dollars that it will need to be able to, what we said, be the heart and be able to funnel a lot of the stuff that goes on to other people, whether or not it's local people or tourists. I mean, there's so many times, unfortunately, that I've been down there that I didn't even know it was open, that I brought somebody down to get some brochures, and it's not open.
Yeah.
So those are the type of things that I think we need as a community to work together. And the Southern Vermont Flannel Festival is a great way for you to contribute by just showing up. But another way for you folks to contribute is to become volunteers. You know, it's a great time. I mean, for 2 days,
Yeah.
you know, October 16th and 17th. It's a great way for you to participate and help your community by volunteering. And this is all you would have to do. There's a website and a phone number. And the website is, and this is Deb at the Chamber of Commerce that you would be contacting with. And if you know she's not there, you just leave a message for her to get back to you, and she will. It's
info@gfrcc.org.
You got that? Info. All right.
I have it right here.
All right.
And it's a little probably hard to read on the phone.
Yeah, it
part.
is.
Yeah.
That's why I had to put my glasses on.
info@gfrcc.org, and the phone number is 802-463-4280.
So that would be something that you could just, you know, do one day or even a couple of hours. And plus you'd get in free if you're a volunteer, by the way. In fact, they may even give you a free piece of pie. I don't know. I'm not saying
That's
that for
promising
sure.
big
That
things
sounds-
now, Charlie.
But we were talking
I
earlier.
mean, you're tempting me now. I could, for pie, I'll do
Well,
anything.
you're a volunteer anyway. You'll get a piece of pie anyway. But, you know, I'm just saying that we were talking earlier how important it is for volunteers and how, you know, there's a lot of organizations that feel the same way. They just can't get volunteers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So there's different ways of doing it. And I think one of the least utilized sources for volunteerism is our schools, high school especially. They have to do public service so many hours before they can graduate. And I don't know if they have a coordinator or not up there, but if they do,
Sure.
I think,
I'm not sure if they do or not.
yeah, well, they should.
Yeah.
They probably
Something
do.
else we can work on.
Yeah, it's something.
Next show.
I'm just saying. I want everybody, especially the young.
No, I agree. That's
especially the young, to be involved. And the young kids up there, 2019, did a great job.
yeah, you're
Wonderful
right.
job.
Yeah.
Plus, I think as a volunteer, you're going to get a free T-shirt. I'm not saying that for sure, but a free Flannel
Giving
Festival
away a
T-shirt.
lot of free stuff.
Yeah, so, you know, so just call Deb at the Chamber of Commerce. We'll maybe put those numbers in email up again at some point, so you can be able to participate in your community in a wonderful way. And if I'm up there, just just, you know, if you see me, just say, you know, Charlie, I'm volunteering here, and I'll make sure you get something. I don't know
Yeah.
what it will be, but you'll give you something.
Maybe it'll be
You
a
heard it
fried
right here.
pickle. I think it's important to go back to what you were talking about, that the chamber is the heart of the community, and the chamber also spreads the wealth. The chamber is reached out to PKs to do,
That's right.
and Brian to do the beer tent. So they're getting, you know, and then the food trucks. So this event is something that not only supports the chamber, but does what the chamber does, is support local businesses.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
then let's go back to vendors, as you said. I
Yeah.
sort of, you know, go off on a tirade sometimes. But getting vendors is extremely important. And listen to the numbers. I mean, for 5 hours back in 2019, there was over 16,000 people that came through that
1,600.
gate. I mean, 1,600.
16,000 would be.
No,
Would be like amazing.
That's the
1,600.
future, 16,000. But 1,600 people came through the gate, and that's a lot of folks in 5 hours. And the vendors were very happy that we're up there. So if you are a vendor, if you have a product and you've always wanted to participate, all you would have to do is call the Chamber of Commerce and set something up. And it's not that expensive, by the way, to be a vendor.
to
And
get
in
a
fact,
slot.
I have that information. I can just throw that out to you right now. For food vendors, and actually we've got a lot of food vendors already, although we may need more. So if you are a food vendor and you want to, you know, participate, the food vendors are $250 for both days, Saturday and Sunday.
That's reasonable.
The craft vendors for a 10 by 10, usually they have a 10 by 10 tent, is $100. They have a craft vendor premium space. I had to ask what that was, but that was $200. And what that basically is that's right by the stage. In other words, you'll be where most people are. And the nonprofits information is $50. I push for giving it to them for free, but it is a chamber fundraiser. So, but if there's an organization out there, and this is just me saying this, if there's an organization out there that would like to participate, but don't have much money, I'm sure that we could work something out. The Chamber of Commerce would work with you on something. Maybe
like a volunteer.
Maybe you could volunteer
Barter
part of the
system.
time or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we want vendors up there, and we want local people that are vendors to say, wow, this is a great venue, this is a wonderful 2 days that we had, we made some money, and we're going to do it next year.
Yeah.
We want that, and that's how to bring the community together, which you and I were talking about,
That's
bringing
the name of
all
the
these
game.
organizations together as to work together and for the town of Rockingham, well, the Greater Falls of even Walpole, Charlestown, all these other.
It becomes an event that drives people. If you do an event long enough and it gets big enough and popular enough, it just drives people to the area. They
Yeah.
look forward to it. They know
Yeah.
they're coming. They plan. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. And it's at the perfect time of year too. I mean, the peepers are out.
The foliage.
And
I mean,
the foliage is beautiful.
It's beautiful. Well, we hope this year will be. And there's.
But it's still not too cold. I mean, it's
Oh, no.
it's like
yeah.
the tail
In
end
fact,
of summer.
being the
Yeah.
Flannel Festival, we don't mind it being a little bit cool.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Because
That's
the
true.
Vermont, Flannel Company is one of the big sponsors
Ah.
for us also. So more than likely they'll have product up there for sale also.
They did last time.
Yeah, so they may be there. I want to just throw one other thing in. I don't know how much time we have left.
How much time
But
do we
About
have left?
three
one of
minutes.
the problems we had, and by the way, the parking is going to be much better this year because I went through the town to get this, legally done and all this too. And I have an exit off the parking lot, so
Really?
people won't have to come back through. And that's where we need the volunteers. We still need, people in the parking lot. But if there's anybody with a golf cart that would like to bring it up to the farm for those 2 days, and if you want to be a volunteer, you could drive around and we could tell you what to do. But if we got, 5 or 6 golf carts up there, would make our life a lot easier, for sure. And especially like people that, need to do a lot of walking, like our executive director,
Yeah.
Deb, she could have her own
Like
her
a golf
own,
cart to
her
wheel
own
around,
golf
yeah.
cart, and she would be so appreciative. I mean, without a doubt.
Maybe we can get them. Maybe the country club will throw that in there.
So if anybody that has a golf cart that would like to lend it to us for the weekend, and if for some reason you don't have any way to get it up there, I'm sure we could work out a way to get it up there for you, and even bring it back. It's just that it would make our lives a lot easier for sure. And all you have to do is call the Chamber of Commerce with the number
802-463-4280.
and tell them that you have a golf cart that you would like to let us use for the weekend, and we'll make sure that it gets up there if you can't bring it up.
That's great.
And plus, you can get in free,
And maybe Charlie will get you a piece of pie.
and maybe a piece of pie.
There you have it.
I'm making all these.
All these
You're
promises.
making- you're
and
writing
you're
a lot
making
of
them,
checks.
And you're making them on video, which is like
We can just
I
come
we
back.
saw this.
trackable.
Well, we're just about out of time.
We are.
I think.
Minute 30.
Yeah. People are saying we're down.
All right,
to
I know,
one
this
minute.
this is the poster that you're going to be seeing up around town, obviously, and we're going to put it as many places as you want. If you have a great location to put one of these up, and even if you're going out of town, and say for instance you're going to Brattleboro, you could stop at the Chamber of Commerce. They have these, and you say, "Listen, I'm willing to put one up in because I'm going to go to whatever place in Charlestown and Grafton, especially. I never get to Grafton. I would love to get to Grafton more often. But if anybody that's maybe going to Grafton, you could even call me because I have a number of these also, and I'll get you one, and you could put it up in Grafton. Any help. This is how you can
okay.
help
This is how you
the
can help.
community.
Yeah.
Just these little simple ways.
Like I will say, I'm going to Brattleboro tomorrow. If you had some, I could put some up in Brattleboro.
I do in my truck. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's, this
Ask-
is the
no,
spirit.
Well,
exactly,
here,
yes.
here you have two.
I have two
See,
already, and they're
now
going to go to
it's-
Brattleboro. You could do
See
this.
how easy that is?
To be a
It's how
volunteer.
easy it-
To be a volunteer.
It's easy to be a volunteer. It's painless.
It is, and it
So
doesn't
come
mean you
on,
have to do a lot of things.
come to the Flannel Festival. Come be a volunteer. Have fun. It's a lot of great music too. I love outdoor. It's just it's going to be a neat event because I like outdoor music at that time of year. It's going to be fantastic.
And the fact that it's outdoors makes people
Yeah.
feel safer, and it's just gonna be fun.
All right. So that's the clock on the wall saying it's time for us to say goodbye.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
Bye,
being here,
community.
and we'll see you next week.
Local news, politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Mike.